So I've been wanting to make a video like this for the longest of whiles now, and I just couldn't bring myself to put it in a format that I actually like. Like, I considered making this like a whole highly over-edited video essay kind of thing, but I just realized that that's kind of unnecessary for the topic at hand, and I just kind of want to bring this out from the heart, I guess. And I hear some of you may be asking, well, what's the topic of this video? Well, if you read the title, I don't know what the title is going to be. But this video is about the current state of Roblox Jailbreak and how things have just gone downhill. I know some people might think that making a video like this is kind of a fool's errand because, one, Badimo isn't going to listen to me. I know that for a fact because anyone that gives Asimo any sort of, like, criticism that comes from the heart, which is just full of rage, they're just going to be labeled as a cynic by Asimo, which is just terrible. Like, if someone gives you criticism, whether it's mean or not, you're gonna have to, like, take it, but that's besides the point. And the second reason being that the community is not gonna be happy about this, because if the community sees or hears any criticism that goes towards Badimo's way, they're gonna crucify whoever's giving that criticism. And me, I just don't care at this point. I just want to give something that's from my heart and from my mind at this very moment. Just kind of winging it, kind of improv, because I really just couldn't decide on a format for this video, so this is just how I'm doing it. I'm doing my own thing. Look at that. Just absolutely decimated that cop. That was probably like a 6-year-old that I just killed. But yeah, I kind of just want to start at where the origin point of this problem was. I'd say this started like back in like maybe September or August of 2022. I don't know, whenever airdrops were added into the game, because airdrops, that update was horribly optimized. I could not run that update for shit.
They fix airdrop optimization. No, they didn't. They did not. Nope. They didn't. It's in fact fucking worse.
Like, the update was just jank all around, because every time you would fight these NPC guards, the game would just slow down to a crawl, and it was just so laggy and not fun to play. Okay, what the hell? Okay, what was that? Someone explain to me, why couldn't I collect the money at first? I have to stand on the money. I have to stand on the gold, and I'm fucking floating. This is great game design. And I cash out my money inside of the train. Cool. Very cool. But yeah, as I was saying, like, the airdrop update was really, really buggy. And it was sad because NPCs and, like, just fighting non-player characters that you could fight was like a dream come true, in my opinion. Like, finally there's an alternative to fighting cops, but it turns out that alternative involved just bullet sponges that lagged out your game. And once that update dropped, I feel like that really soured my taste in the game at that time, as we further got the season 12 update, I'm pretty sure. And seasons at that time were waning as well. And we'll get to seasons when we get there. I have a lot to say about those. And then we got the 5 days of vehicles, which I'm pretty sure like a bunch of the vehicles were just useless additions. Like, I mean, we did get the fire truck revamp and the, what else was revamped? Oh yeah, the ambulance. And we got the Shell Mark V. And what else? There has to be something else, right? I'm forgetting something. Am I going crazy, or was there not another vehicle added? Or was it another revamp? I genuinely forget. But I do know that they did add the Javelin, which was a limited vehicle, just added so the people that were constantly begging for the torpedo to be reobtainable could just shut the fuck up. Which, did that work? Did that actually make that crowd of people, like, shut their mouths? I don't know. And both of those updates had really nothing going for them gameplay-wise, which I guess was expected because they were cooking up the winter update, which was terrible. The winter update was terrible, and that's what I'm gonna get at. Yeah, you see that mansion on the hill up there? That's where the CEO lives. Who's the CEO? It's a kind of a jailbreak supervillain that they made up on the spot just to have a boss fight. And how's the boss fight, you may ask? Terrible. The boss fight is boring, and the CEO is even able to hurt you through walls, which, if it's able to literally counteract the only mode of defense you have, that I feel like it shouldn't be in the game in the first place. I don't know, am I crazy? Am I crazy for wanting a polished and fun boss fight? I don't feel like I am, and it really wasn't helped by the surprisingly lackluster lore that was revealed to be written on the spot, which is great. You don't tease adding lore 8 months beforehand just to make it the most boring and unimaginative thing ever.
Yes, we want more story to the game, and we kind of hinted at that with our live event. We're going to introduce a new character that will be involved in future updates. You will find out soon. He is a new character in Jailbreak lore, and he's involved with a couple big content updates we'll have in the next year. Maybe this winter you'll learn a bit more about him.
So yeah, after the winter update, I basically just quit playing the game in general. I stopped doing my seasonal contracts. I stopped really caring about where the game was going next. And yeah, after the CEO update came out, my hope was completely gone, because the gameplay features that they were adding were not fun. I don't know if, like, they fixed the CEO boss fight. I've tried it a few times, and every time it was still as boring and broken as before. Huh? What? Y'all saw that, right? Right? What was that? Let me see if they... Okay, let me see if they fixed the fuse box. Okay, thank God they did. Beforehand, the fuse box was, like, barely even functional. Like, you had to wait a certain time to, like, hold down the, like, little button things for the flow puzzle to, like, move. It sucked.
Hello?
And I swear, everyone has been and still is tired of how seasons have been treated. Because seasons, for those who don't know, is like one of the main driving forces for returning players to like return to the game. And when those are monotonous and not fun, people are not going to be happy. And terrible upkeep too, because like during that period when they released like the Season 12 update and the 5 Days of Vehicles update, the game was completely broken. I have clips to like show you here.
From like the classic era of Sonic games. Which is something I personally approve of. I prefer that style of Sonic over Shiro Maikawa's version of him. So anyway, back to this.
Never mind.
You don't remember.
I also hate that line.
That's the way it goes.
Like you can.
Like there was a bug where you couldn't move your character after you ragdolled for some reason, and there are many other bugs that I couldn't name off the top of my head. But the point is, the game was very broken, and there were no gameplay innovations that were worth my time, and seasons were monotonous. So I just quit the game. And so far, from what I've seen, they have not improved. So like the first chunk of 2023 updates were just dry. It was completely dry. I actually have to look up on the wiki on like what they added in January. Did they even add anything in January? I know they added the Parsian. Okay, so they added 5 new dark colors, added new CEO prize. Police officers can now battle the CEO, which you couldn't before. What? Wasn't that something that was being teased beforehand in the document? The document of which that literally explains the CEO's backstory for you on a piece of paper. Terrible storytelling. Okay, so there really wasn't a January update. It was just a quality. It was just the quality of life changes. Season 14 update for February. It added Season 14 to the spring map and a code. That's it? Are you serious? What? No way. No way. Okay, so they added the Parsian in, like, the later half of February. Oh, yeah, just release the second half of your update, like, the next week. Which they did for trading. They did for Season 9. Okay, is it me, or am I not hearing, like, the atmospheric sound? I hear birds chirping, but I don't hear the ocean. Isn't that something you're supposed to hear? If you're gonna do atmospheric sounds, do it right. Okay, for some context, atmospheric sound was gonna be a feature added in the latest jailbreak update, but was removed just because of multiple crashes involving atmospheric sound. I was not aware of that. I just assumed that it was gonna be in the game, but it wasn't. My apologies. Don't half-ass it. I mean, well, I guess that's kind of the Badimo quality standard. Half-ass everything. Don't bring a team together to make quality updates. Just rush it. We'll make the update good later. But yeah, my point is that they were pumping out literally nothing burger updates for the first chunk of 2023, which was just terrible after that god-awful CEO boss fight update. So at that time, the question really is like, when are they gonna add, like, gameplay changing features? And that's where March rolls around with crew battles. They did nothing. They revamped the crew system that they had with homes before, and nothing else. So just put it into perspective real quick. Imagine you're me, who literally has no interest in being in a crew whatsoever, just because of what Badimo has done with the game as of recent, and now you need a crew to access the gameplay changing feature, of which is in beta, which I guess wouldn't be the first time Badimo has done something like that. I mean, you guys know what happened with trains in like 2017, right? They were first released in beta, which is not something they should repeat. Again, I say, the Badimo status quo. Just finish the update later. Doesn't matter if it's good or if fans are happy. So I hear you ask, what do these crew battles actually have going for them? I don't know. Well, actually, I do know, because I was actually a part of a crew to actually test out the update, and it's not that fun. Also coupled with the fact that it was completely fucking broken. This is why you don't release your shit in beta. So the gameplay loop is that one team is a bunch of criminals and the other team is a bunch of cops. What the cops need to do is stop the criminal team from doing a bunch of heists. And basically each round the teams switch up. So it's basically a competition of who can rob what the fastest against the other team, which on paper that actually does sound really fun. But I will say there is literally no point in me doing these because A, I don't have a jailbreak crew and I don't give enough of a shit about the game to have a jailbreak crew, and 2, it just gives you cosmetics. At least that's what I think, right? Doesn't it just give you like a tire smoke effect? I don't know, I could be wrong, but it does give you cash, which is just like, I don't care. It really just seemed like it would be a really fun and accessible feature, but it's just not accessible for people that really are fed up with how Badimo is handling the game as of recent and just don't give a shit about the game because of it. So yeah, useless update for me. If you have fun with crew battles, good for you. I doubt it's any fun though, because robberies are monotonous. That's another point I will bring up, is that robberies as they stand right now are completely monotonous. We've been doing the same heists and robberies for years now. And when they tried to do a bank revamp, it was just a visual change. There was no gameplay change other than a vault that took you upwards. So yeah, crew battles were just a complete and utter failure. Like, they should have been a home run, right? But they just weren't for some reason. Like, it's actually impressive how you fuck up, like, crew battles. Oh, of course, just make them inaccessible. Also, release them in beta at first. And shit, I need to actually look back at the update log because I need to see if there was actually a gameplay change between, like, crew battles and now. Oh yeah, they added homes. They're fun. Kind of fun to play around with. I mean, if you actually want to use them like how they were originally, like, supposed to, where you just hide a vault in here. You arm a vault in here, and then you get, like, cash with your crew. But unfortunately for me, I don't have a crew, and I don't want a crew, because I don't care about the game. Once the game starts getting good, I'll get a crew. Like, toying around with the houses and stuff and making it look nice and stuff is actually, like, genuinely more fun than robbing the cargo plane. I'm not even joking. If Badimo wants, they can make a really good house sim. So you hear that? I'm hearing rain. I'm hearing, like, outside rain inside. It should not sound like this when I'm indoors. 0 out of 10 game, Badimo. Fix it now. And we do also got the prison update, which was a visual change. Admit it. Like, you do have the changes to some of the escapes, like the sewers got a complete overhaul, but virtually no gameplay change. And there was a golden opportunity to introduce multiple pathways in the sewers and maybe reward some exploration in the sewers, but no, we don't get that. We get a hyper-linear path towards freedom. And we also got, like, a bunch of different escapes and such. Like, you got a different exploding wall escape, which makes more sense than, like, magically being able to blow up a wall. And I really thought they were going to introduce some interesting lore with the with whoever that inmate was in the cell, but he's merely there for gameplay purposes, which I guess is fine. But I thought they were gonna like do some lore, which they still could. I still could. Badimo, you got a chance at like redemption. I wrote the Roblox crossover war too. If you need a writer, you know who to call. Like, the prison update could have done way more. It could have added, like, further difficulty to actually escaping the prison. Could have added some depth, which Asimo literally said indirectly that if you want gameplay depth, you should look elsewhere. That part was actually so baffling. There are other games that have wonderful prisons. Why can't you make that? Why? You as a game developer have a job to make your game as best as it can be. Why are you making it made on purpose? Let's have fun. Let's have some fun. Let's see an airdrop. Oh yeah, headshots are a myth. I can't seem to get one even though I'm literally aiming at their head. Really need to focus. Okay, we got a militia going on. And they're dead. They're dead. Look. Headshots are not real. They are myth. They are legend. Some people might say that, oh, well, airdrops are like good now. No, that doesn't excuse broken gameplay. And, alright, just surprise attack me. That's completely fun. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, the recent updates and how they're terrible. Oh yeah, this hotbar is like super unnecessary. Look at this hotbar. Look how far you need to reach out your finger to like get like a grenade or like a crucial weapon. Is my airdrop gone? Not yet, I don't think. Look at this car. Was it really worth a whole update? I don't know. I don't play the game that much. I don't know how many waves there are in like each color-coded. I don't pay attention to that shit because I'm not a fucking fat ass. Reminder, guys, if you own a hypershift, you have 400 BMI. But yeah, I was getting sidetracked there. Basically, the recent updates as of late, like the prison bus update, is a complete joke. In Season 16, I completely forgot that was a thing. Oh, it seems that Season 16 was released a week after the prison update. Can we stop, like, rushing out updates? Just delay the update. If you're that scared that your 7-year-old fan base is gonna be really mad about the update not releasing this weekend, just stop caring. Why are you releasing your update in chunks? That is terrible. But yeah, that really just goes over the entire, like, history of Jailbreak's downfall. And I really want to focus on what Badimo could do in the future that could potentially heal this wound that they've inflicted upon themselves. If they really want to focus on making better updates, fucking do that. I think the first thing that they gotta learn to do is focus on the veteran demographic, because the current direction that they're going towards is cosmetics. Asima has confirmed that apparently a lot of the requests within his inbox are about, like, cosmetics, which is terrible for the core game, because the game as it stands right now is not fun. As I said before, seasons and robberies are monotonous, and we've grown tired of them for the longest of times, and the gameplay additions that they do add, such as the CEO, the crew battles, and the new prison, just range from really lackluster to downright awful and insulting. And I think a big reason for this like constant request for cosmetics in the game is because of trading. Because for those who don't know, you know, in 2022, in June, they released trading, which is basically a new way for players to get their hands on like old vehicles that were long gone and limited. But as of now, updates have really shifted to just be more economy based and just catering towards the trading community, which is the same community that, without a shadow of a doubt, is constantly begging Asimo to add more cosmetics, because these limited cosmetics are really valuable in the trading market, and people are going to want to get their hands on more and more and more. Well, let's fight the CEO boss fight just to showcase how just unfun and broken this thing is. But as I was saying, they're focusing towards a more cosmetic and casual fan base, and that's just not the way that they should be doing things. They should be focusing on improving the core gameplay as it stands right now, because it desperately needs some change. Oh yeah, I completely forgot they added rolling, which again is apparently a beta feature. If you're gonna continue adding these features in a beta and unfinished state, just put the game in beta again like you did 6 years ago. And I guess that's another thing Badimo should really change their whole mindset on. Stop releasing things in a really unfinished state. That's what happened with airdrops, and that's what happened with the CEO, and that's what happened with crew battles. And I guess the second thing that they should do to improve the game is rework seasons completely. I remember Shadow Samurai 720, which is pretty much the 4th Badimo member at this point. He helps out a lot with testing, and he helped out a lot with like fine-tuning the car chassis on a lot of vehicles. He asked the community a while back on like what they should change about seasons. Okay, we got the CEO working. He did ask the community what they should change about seasons. I honestly think that they should just make it like Fortnite. Just a bunch of like just like a lot of sets of challenges that have a wide variety and are actually fun to play, and offer a sense of choice in like the missions or the contracts that you're given. Oh yeah, I kind of want to show this. Look at the dialogue. Look, references to past events, oh my god.
This is literally Jailbreak if it was written by Ian Flynn. Those meteor showers and volcanic eruptions, the earthquakes and strange weather. I want your world, I want you out of my way.
This was written by a 7-year-old. Alright, let's beat his ass. I hope you guys can see, like, at some point here, that he's literally able to shoot through walls. Or attack you through walls. Look at that! Look, he's shooting his laser through the wall. Okay. Look at that! He got hit through the wall! If your only mode of protection is, like, not even working in a polished and finished state, the boss fight should not be released. It shouldn't. Oh, we're royally fucked. Editor Blue Cube Q undefeatable.
I'm hanging on
Not making any
to the
sense.
other side. I won't give up to the end of me.
Look at that! Wow. Okay. Oh, come on. Like, y'all saw that, right? Oh, he just did a Chaos Blast. Oh, come on. If you want, like, a good boss fight, play some from Platinum Games. I don't care. Okay. Look at... Wow! Wow! I got that on camera, too. None of you can defend that. It's crazy, too, because people actually defend this kind of stuff. When that is your big feature for your winter updates of which have big game-changing features that are supposed to be renowned features and, like, change the course of the game's history for years to come, when that is your standout feature for your winter update, it's terrible. That literally diminishes my faith in Badimo. What was I talking about before? Oh yeah, I was talking about how they should fix season. Yeah, I feel like they should just do it like Fortnite does it. Just have like have weekly sets of like missions that have a good amount of variety and are actually like pretty fun to do and give you some choice. I feel like that would be a healthy seasonal system. Just don't make it too monotonous. Just give it some type of gameplay flair to it. But even beyond the seasons and like update quality, I feel like Jailbreak still has like a lot of catching up to do, especially when the standards of like Roblox games in general is like exceedingly high. Like with games like Frontlines and Doors and a personal favorite of mine, Pilgrimed, Roblox games are like changing like a lot. I could honestly name a bunch more like games that have actual polish, like Bad Business, Unofficial, which is like pretty much dead now, Sonic Onset Adventure, Tangled Web, Sonic Speed Simulator. Like games like that actually have next level gameplay polish. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. Y'all hear that, right? Why is my car so loud now? In the tunnel. Right when I was talking about gameplay polish, too. Yeah, games like Sonic Speed Simulator, Pilgrim, Frontlines, Doors, Unofficial, and Sonic Speed Simulator, games like that have next level polish that Roblox has never seen before, at least in my eyes. And Jailbreak desperately needs to catch up to that level of standards. There is one word that is the core reason for Jailbreak slack. Team. Badimo needs to expand their team. I know they got Crit Sticks, but as far as I'm concerned, I have no clue what Crit Sticks is providing to Badimo at this very moment. I heard that he or she or they helped with like hyperchromes or something, and a little bit with trading, but beyond that, I have no clue. But that's besides the point. What my point is that Badimo needs to expand their team. Maybe actually have Shadow Samurai 720 as a member of Badimo, like officially, I don't know. And I hate to be like the broken record, but guys, Swifty Studios, Mad City, look what they've accomplished with having a team on their side. Like Mad City Chapter 2, when it first came out, was really, really good. And I say when it came out because as of late, I'm pretty sure they have no actual grasp on their own gameplay framework. Like there's been no new robberies, there's just been boss fights and just like cosmetics, I think. But Mad City, in terms of like gameplay innovation, was absolutely crazy. And that's what Jailbreak needs right now. Just some sort of gameplay refresh that revamps all of the robberies, actually revamps them, not the pitiful attempt at a revamp with the bank back in May of 2022. And just like a core fundamental change to the status quo of Jailbreak that would really breathe new life into the game. That would help it tenfold. And I hate to sound like a guy from like 2019, but Jailbreak 2 is definitely a possibility, and it's something that I think we desperately need right now. Just a complete refresh of the game, just like bringing it back to basics and just breathing new life into the game that really innovates everything. I don't know, maybe that's a different video, just like suggesting stuff for a potential sequel to Jailbreak that would actually innovate. No lackluster updates, no unnecessary gameplay features. Hell, we might even be able to omit seasons at this point. Just bringing it back to basics, like to how it was in like 2020. There were no seasons, there were a bunch of new ideas being brought into the game at that point, and I think Jailbreak needs to be like at that point again. Or else that veteran market that the game has just not catered towards will slowly dwindle away, which I guess is unfortunately Basimo's goal at this point. Constantly appealing to the casual market that just constantly asking for more cosmetics and more seasons just so they can get some profit in the trading hub. You know what else sucks? Is that I doubt Badimo is gonna change their ways anytime soon. Because this casual market that they've catered towards is easy to cater towards and market towards, and it's just easy to profit from too. Just slowly having that old fan base that constantly played their game just slowly fade out. Like, that's just, like, the worst timeline in my opinion, and that's what I don't want to happen. Like, I want to be interested in the game again. I want to be invested. But the recent updates and how lackluster they've been has just been driving me away from the game constantly. And you know what is worse? Is that I've been playing way better games. And I've seen what Badimo is just slacking off on and what they need to improve upon. Like, I played Ori and the Blind Forest, I played Solar Ash, I played Sonic Frontiers, I played Sonic Riders, I played Spider Heck, and Pilgrimed I'd include in that list. These games are way better than Jailbreak as it stands now. But Blue Cube, I hear you say, those games are like actual video games. Okay, that is a stupid statement. What removes Jailbreak from that list of actual video games? I'm sure that's a sentence that someone's gonna conjure up.
But Blue Cube, those games cost money.
Except for Pilgrimed. You could be playing Pilgrimed on Roblox for free right now with an in-depth combat system and interesting lore, with tons of diverse and cool enemies to fight against. And to your statement about those games being paid, fair. You know what? Fair point. You know what you don't need to pay to play? Sonic Project 06. I know I've listed a lot of Sonic games. I'm a Sonic fan, all right? And Sonic is embedded into my DNA. It's just gonna slip out of my mouth whether you like it or not, so deal with it. Sonic Project 06 is a fan recreation of the infamous Sonic 06 from 2006. Holy shit, the lag on in the fucking tunnel is back. Oh, it fixed it. It'll fix itself. Why is that an issue? And you know what this game has? 9 playable characters with 27 individual levels that have intricate design, fun gameplay movement, and polish. Holy shit, is this game optimized and full of polish. And you saw right there. You saw how much the game stuttered there. Yeah, Project 06 doesn't have that. And you know how much this game costs? Free! The game is free! For real, you could go on your computer right now, go to @ChaosX2006 on Twitter right now, and you can get the link to the latest version of Project 06 in his pinned tweet. And you are telling me that you would rather play Roblox fucking Jailbreak, a game that has very little polish when its updates first drop, and with a lead developer that does not care about his veteran fan base at the very moment. You're telling me you would rather play fucking this than an actual polished 3D high-speed platformer. Well, I guess you would say Jailbreak because most of the Jailbreak demographic is fucking kids on their mobile phones. In fact, I think there is a mobile version of Project 06 that was in the works, and I think it's playable. It might be. I don't know. Go searching for it. It's probably out there, and it's worth it. The fact that shit like that out there is free to play, it completely invalidates Jailbreak in my opinion. Like, there's no way I refuse to believe that people would willingly refuse to play something that took years to make and polish that is way more fun than this bullshit monotonous game. There's no way. There's no fucking way. So I'm gonna say it right here. Go play Project 06 if you haven't, because that game is free and it is fun as hell. If someone could put that much effort into something that's free, there's no reason why Jailbreak can't. There's literally no fucking reason. None. None at all. I really doubt I can see someone refuting this with, like, valid points. If someone could actually refute my point of, like, Project 06 just, like, completely blowing Jailbreak out of the water. I mean, Project 06 and Jailbreak are two completely different games, but nevertheless, the polish difference is undeniable. I literally don't see any reason why Jailbreak cannot be as fun to play as Project 06. I literally don't see any reason other than Badimo has just been slacking off. If someone can make a 100% unrefutable response to that notion, I will actually give you my torpedo. I'm not even fucking joking. Even with the games that cost money to play, I mean, some of them I did play on an emulator, but some of them you can play with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. You know how much a month of that costs? $15. Alright, some of you might not have $15. But what about the people that literally spend $40 on this whole set of fucking game passes that I can't even fucking see? What is this shit? I did the math. $15 is a whole fraction of that. And you're telling me you would rather play a game where the developers do not bother to finish their updates and do not care about the fan base that has carried their legacy for years? You're telling me you would rather play this than Ori and the Blind Forest, an award-winning game with stellar visuals and gameplay? I legit refuse to believe it. And I already hear the people saying,
Blue Cube, the Jailbreak players don't have good PCs to run those games.
counterpoint, cloud gaming. I don't know, just seeing people just eat this shit up just saddens me. Hi. Oh, I don't... LOL. Bitch. But yeah, just seeing people eat this stuff up, I don't know, it kind of just gets to me. And I guess that's the problem. Maybe I shouldn't have people enjoying something get to me, but seeing how Badimo's handling the game right now, I don't think they deserve it. They either need to pick up the slack or, like, develop something new. Maybe actually make the home designing simulator that I want. And for the love of God, don't make a racing game. Please, this chassis is not built for that. Have you seen JBMS? That shit is terrible. Who I'm pretty sure the fucking furry porn, the dragon porn admin at JBMS is still in there. Fucking putting vor porn in general chat. That's besides the point. Yeah, I think I've pretty much said all that I want to in this video. I just want Jailbreak to be the best it can possibly be, and it seems that Badimo has no interest in doing that. They just want to keep racking up the money from the casual audience that constantly asks and consumes all the cosmetics that they bring in the game, and they have no intention of bringing Jailbreak to modern Roblox polish standards, and especially not standards of other free consumable games that have way more heart and soul and polish and just development put into the game. That is my verdict. Sure, the overall Jailbreak fanbase is just not gonna listen to me, and I'm sure they're probably gonna put a dislike on this video because I'm hating on their favorite development studio. So yeah, I think that's all I want to say. God, I can't believe I actually recorded something that I can actually put into video form. And yeah, I think I've said all that I want to say about the current state of Jailbreak. I just want them to improve, but seems like they won't. And I'm deeply saddened by that because I've spent... Wow, okay. Because I've spent a ton of time and hours into this game. I've just sunk a lot of my life into this game, and seeing it crumble down into a shell of its former self is just heartbreaking. Like, I have a torpedo, like, come on, I have not traded this. Remember, guys, the most liked comment gets my torpedo, ha ha ha. I'm joking, no one's getting this. Unless someone actually makes a genuine refutal to this video. One that's completely valid and has no glaring issues. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Can't believe I actually put my thoughts into actual video form. Like, I've tried to do that, I've tried writing a script, but I don't know. It just kind of feels better when I explain things from the heart, you know? But on that note, you want to listen to some tunes?
It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes.
I'm so done with this fucking game, bro.
Okay, y'all, I'm high as fuck. But tell me these niggas don't do it, bro. Am I bugging? Am I bugging, or did this cat get fucked by this hot dog? Please tell me I'm not bugging. Watch. Watch. What the? Nigga. Watch. My girl swears this didn't happen.
No.
Nigga!
No.
They are fucking!
No.
What? Then why is he acting like this? Look.
What? Not only did I not sleep, I might never sleep again.
This nigga got raped by the hot dog, bro.